Come on, Runer, I may be down, but I'm not out. There we go, there we go. Yeah, I got that out of your system. Boom, keep it coming. Oh, come on, I need more regen. Give me all you got, damn it. Oh, this might be good. That's a sign we might just have this. Oh. That's it, come on, take it. Fuck Runer, fuck this game, fuck you, Capcom. So, with my Dangerous Hunts mini-series having been running for about 2 months now, I'm sure that quite a few of you have tuned in and seen what it's all about. Yes, pivoting from a primarily racing channel into more of a hunting channel is definitely a choice, and most probably one that I'm going to regret in the not-so-distant future. Because yes, there are 26 weeks of this Dangerous Hunts set, all of which are already on the queue. And when it's all over, I am likely going to do it all again in the summer of 2026. That being said, a second season is going to be a correction of all the mistakes I made during the planning of this one. I'm already brainstorming this behind the scenes. An eventual second season would see fewer shorts made for the sake of my sanity, 18 instead of 26, meaning a bit more flexibility in how I record them. It could very well see the engagement of tempered monsters, so probably moving to investigations instead of being limited to optional quests, or hell, maybe some event quests can be thrown in. I would still like to keep the locations limited to the main areas of the New World, you know, forests, wastes, highlands, vale, recess, tundra, and staying out of the guiding lands if I know what is good for me. There are still a lot of basic monsters that I did not get to this year, a few of which I really wanted to hunt because they are just really funny. The overzealous giant mudfish, the puke that looks like it went to Mardi Gras, and the dastardly seething Boodlegoose because nuclear weapons have never been so much fun. And yes, that is sarcasm because his dive bomb is actually a one-hit KO, which we'll get into because that is part of what this video is about. If I do a second season next year, assuming I am still making videos at all, then it will require a weapon change from the light bowgun to the heavy bowgun. And while both are, you know, guns, they do play completely different to one another. The light bowgun, and by extension the bow, are both known as evade weapons. You see a monster attacking, you roll out of the way, use iframes to avoid damage, and proceed to wail on the monster. Many light bowguns have rapid reload for high DPS, and if you are afraid of inevitably getting hit, like I am, just max out your defense with Divine Blessing as a fallback. It is enough to survive all but the worst hits, which can be enough to get by. Not the case with the heavy bowgun at all. This gun type is so heavy, hence the name, that it takes eons just to draw your weapon, then eons more to reload your weapon, and still eons more to holster your weapon. You are not dodging shit with the heavy bowgun, and the game knows this. So, heavy bowguns are blessed with a modification that gives them a shield, and with it, the ability to block, which, when paired with the guard skill, turns you into fucking Achilles, and that is no exaggeration. Guard plus shield allows you to tank attacks no matter how powerful they are at the cost of your stamina. And so, with guard, you actually want to get hit so that you can counter into a barrage of bullets. It is actually rather game-breaking. Yet it is also a bunch of bullshit because it doesn't always work. I have discovered in practice that there are 3 ways a guard can fail, ranging from the perfectly acceptable to the downright unacceptable, and this game is garbage and needs to be thrown in the fucking wood chipper. Scenario 1. Attacks from behind cannot be guarded. I will accept this only because your bowgun is in front of you. It would not make sense for you to spin around and guard an attack from behind. A light bowgun easily could, but light bowguns do not have shields for that reason. Scenario 2. An attack is more ethereal in nature. This is situational, and it only happens with certain monsters. Like, guard works fine against Kushala Daora's wind attacks, yet it doesn't work at all against Black Veil Valhazak's toxic breath attacks. There is no rhyme nor reason as to why one works and the other doesn't, and Runer also has an attack that breaks blocks, and I cannot figure out what it is. And scenario 3. You press any other button on your controller. I am not even kidding. This is the worst, most poorly coded bullshit I have ever seen in a video game. Allow me to explain. The block ability only activates while your character is holding the gun and not engaging. The moment you attack, roll, use an item, anything else, that block immediately stops. So this creates a situation where if a monster is attacking multiple times, you block one attack and it moves to the next one, the moment you press any other button, damage is calculated before your character animations even begin. It is actually press X to self-terminate. And I don't know how Capcom never noticed nor addressed this in the 7 years this game has been out, 6 for the expansion. So yes, if your timing is terrible like mine is, you are going to self-sabotage yourself literally a million times with this weapon. But is that going to stop me from using it in a second season of Dangerous Hunts? Probably not. Though now we need to talk about the elephant in the room. The build that I am going to use with this gun. Now the nice thing about both bowgun builds is they are very similar. Both are agitator builds using Raging Brachydios gear, but heavy bowgun means getting rid of Gold Rathian gear in favor of Black Veil Valhazak gear. And this is a doozy for a couple of reasons. First, you lose the Divine Blessing upgrade, meaning mine only goes to level 3 instead of 5, so I am forced to rely on it far less often. Worse than that, my defense is a hell of a lot lower, so when I do inevitably get hit, it does do a hell of a lot more damage. And let me tell you why that's bullshit. Black Veil armor has the ability of super recovery, combined with a heavy bowgun that literally heals me whenever I do damage to a monster, same as with the light bowgun. My wounds should be healing faster than the enemies can do damage to me. You'll actually see this a lot in the current season. A few monsters nearly cart me, but I am saved because I fall back, chip away at their health, and get my health back. With the Black Veil build, I should be able to just stand in place, block all attacks, and have my HP bar go up automatically, with additional chipping away at the enemy being optional. Yet none of that matters if I get one-shotted or two-shotted. Like, it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. If I am fighting Raging Brachydios, all it takes is him chaining his attacks for him to cart me once, twice, 3 times in the span of a minute, and making me fail the quest. That still happens to me while I am wearing his fucking gear, which I guess he must take personally because he is out for blood every time I fight him. And on the subject of Raging Brachydios, why in the fucking hell is the final phase of that fight such bullshit? Why is he able to turn the entire fighting area into literal lava? Somehow, even with super recovery, that can still drain my health to the point that I just tap out from standing in it. I still need to beat him a few more times if I want to get his gun, because I am missing just one component and the game refuses to give it to me. I can farm great Spirit Vein gems on Ruiner any day of the week, but fuck, I hate Raging Brachydios with a passion. Also, no, I am still not gonna fight Furious Rajang. I saw him one time while fighting in the Rotten Vale, and I said, nope, never, sorry. I'm not really sorry, fuck this game. Is there a thesis to this complaint? Honestly, I would love this game a lot more if it didn't penalize mistakes so damn much. That's really it. The fact that you can be 20 minutes into a hunt and 3 one-shots can make you fail said hunt is inexcusable to me. It is why I don't play games like Cuphead or 20XX, despite the latter being literally one of the first games I ever bought for my Xbox One in 2018. And I will say it, racing games are not exempt from this either. As much as I loved NFS High Stakes as a kid, the Rocky Point Pink Slip race ruined that game for me. It was me in a Lamborghini Diablo versus a Porsche 911. I would lose, and my car would be gone. Considering the Diablo was one of the most expensive cars in the game, I obviously never beat that game. These days, racing games are not inclined to punish you like that. Even if you fail a race, even a 20-minute race, you get a participation reward out of it, and it is still possible to advance in the career. And no racing game actually takes your cars the way they used to. Most Wanted 05 would impound your cars, while Heat does not. I just cannot get over the fact that there are genres of games that demand perfection from the player just to be playable. But hey, that's all I really have to say on the matter. My playtime in Iceborne has increased from 280 hours to 310 as of recent, so clearly I am the fool if I am going to continue to put myself through this bullshit again and again. There is no guarantee that I will run a second season of Dangerous Hunts next year, but for what it's worth, I do like having a series like that in my back pocket in case I run out of ideas elsewhere. And above all else, I am still primarily a racing YouTuber. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see y'all in the next videos.